Hello, Akansha. Oh, hi, good evening, everyone. Very happy Independence Day to all our Indian viewers and those of you who are from out of India. I would just like to tell you that today we Indians are celebrating our Independence Day, and sorry about that. We Indians are celebrating our Independence Day today, and it's a big day for us because we got our independence from the British rule after many years of revolution and after many years of suppression. And so, yeah, today I am going to go live with one of the authors whose book I have recently read and liked. He is a debut author and he'll be joining us for this live session in a while. But before that, a very important announcement is that my book, which was released on 15th July last month, exactly a month ago, has been put on offer and it is available for free download today and tomorrow. So it went free today at 12:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time, and it will be available for free till tomorrow 12:30 p.m. IST. And I just want to take this opportunity to thank whoever has bought the book so far, read it, and has dropped wonderful reviews on Amazon and Goodreads. And a huge thank you to everyone. I hope you all have liked it. Oh, quite a few people have joined. Hi, everyone. So, today's guest is going to be another author whose book I have read. I am going to go ahead and add him to the live session now. I You're not visible. Huh? Now you're visible. Hi, good
Yeah,
evening. So sorry, the phone keeps falling. Good evening. Happy Independence Day.
yeah. Hi, Manali. Happy Independence Day to you and all the viewers out there.
Yes. So how are you? How are you celebrating?
I- I'm great, and yeah, it's going fine. And how are you? And how are things going?
Things are very well. I am very happy today because my book completed 1 month and it is available for free, and many people have already downloaded it also. And
Yeah, yeah. It
yeah,
was one of the finest books that I've read in recent times. The Art of Being Grateful. I like the way you have written it.
thank you, thank you. And I also actually read your book, Maybe Love, Maybe Not, and it was very well written, very sweet story. And actually, for all the viewers who have joined us today, we are both going to discuss our books and ask each other questions about our. So I hope you enjoy it. And yeah, so I'll just start the session and ask the first question. The very first question I had in mind when I read your book, because before I bought it, I couldn't ignore the fact that this is your debut novel, and I know how exciting it is for a debut author to bring out their first book into the world. So
Yeah.
my first question to you is, this is your debut book, what 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 are the most important lessons that you have learned from publishing this book, and is there anything that you want to share with the world about that?
Uh, the idea of starting this book has started 6 months before when I had met author Devanshi Sharma in one workshop. So before that, I was one of the kind of authors who write micro-fictional tales and one-liners a lot.
Okay.
So I was good at writing that, and I know like I want to express a lot in a little. Like I'm that kind of a person. So in that workshop, Devanshi suggested me to write one, and I went ahead with it. And the best part of this book is like everything I did was DIY. Like we have this concept called DIY, which says do it yourself. Like most of the things in Maybe Love, Maybe Not, right from the cover designing and till the Thanksgiving or acknowledgements, everything did by me except the editing part. For editing, I have reached out to one finest editors Aparajita, and I would give most of the credit to her. Like she only find all my work. So talking about this DIY, I have learned a lot in cover designing. I did three, four designs in the first go, and while sorting that out, I went to my mom and showed the cover pic which we are seeing now, and she was like, "Yeah, this is fine. You can go ahead with it." I was in a dilemma that I had four designs in my hand.
Hmm.
Which one would readers accept? Bolke. So I was in little dilemma, and I'm sure that this is gonna do well, but I'm not sure how much, how good this goes well. I'm not sure about that. Yeah, and the style of writing, the characterization, and there are some areas where I'm looking forward to improve. But yeah, I think I did a good job.
Yes, you did. I enjoyed the book. So the next question actually I had was related to the story in the book, which is that, kind of an open-ended story. So, as a reader, I am very curious to know how things would go ahead from there. Why has it been given an open ending?
Like before starting, I did not choose whether this is gonna be a sad ending or happy one or an open end. I have chosen the plot and then created some characters and I went ahead with it. So I'm sure this story is gonna be short, and this story is going to tell that this is going to share all the emotions that one feels in their hearts.
Okay.
So coming to the ending, I thought I'm gonna do something with it in the future. Like I don't want to stop the story right here. I'm going to do it somewhere in the future. So
So,
maybe
expect another book continuing the story.
like you have to say that you want me to write one, or you want
I just,
you like the book as it was.
yes, I would definitely want to know what happens after this because I am a person who likes closure. I don't like open-ended stories much.
Okay.
And I'm
Yeah.
sure those who have read the book also have the same feeling because they would want to know whether the characters are, having their story go ahead or what happens with them and all.
Yeah, coming to this question, I would like to write one taking this open ending in my upcoming books. But yeah, I'm hoping for it, but I cannot tell you when it is going to come out.
Okay. So let me move on to my next question quickly, which is, you know, why is it that you have also included micro tales in the books and not just by you? I noticed that the micro tales section has writings contributed by other people also. So what was the idea behind that?
Initially, when I started to bring this book live to readers, what I thought was, let me share my work with the world. And some of the tales which were rejected by some of the communities, I thought they were relatable to some reader who reads it. And I thought of keeping them in my book before the launch. That was a plan, like 50-50. One was the short story, and the other part would be the micro tales or write-ups part. Coming to the five or six writers whom we have picked together, they were the finest authors who are looking for their chance to hit readers. What I thought was this was my self-publishing project, and I went ahead despite of all the successes or failures. What I thought was along with me, let me take some more writers with me. Like let us give them a chance to so that they would come up with some more projects in the future. Bolke.
Hmm.
So we ran a competition which went good, and we have picked six authors from it, and at the end we have given their names and we have published that.
Okay.
That was a last minute change where we thought we can bring them and show them to the world. Bolke. That was the plan.
I think that was a very good idea because the readers are getting variety in one. So yeah, that was a good decision. I think one of the viewers has asked a question to you. Uh, how you thought to keep the book title? Would you like to answer that?
Sorry.
One of the viewers has asked you a question. How you thought to keep the book title?
So the first title I thought for this book was "It is not you, but me who fell in love." But I thought of changing it, tuning it finer. I thought of keeping it real, and I thought the shades in the cover design were 50-50, and I thought there was a dilemma that goes on in Sneha and Preetham's mind. Ki Preetham was clear in the story ki he fell for her, but Sneha was not sure ki she pretends to accept. So I thought of keeping it maybe love or maybe not. That is how it has coming to place.
So it's actually from the point of view of the female protagonist that you have named the title because the male protagonist was very sure. It was the female who was trying to figure out her feelings.
Yeah, yeah.
This is your debut book, and I am sure you have a lot of lessons which you have learned, and you very sure that some of the lessons that you have learned would be on the lines of यार ये मुझे पहले पता होता तो मैं ऐसे करता, right? So
Yeah,
as a
yeah, yeah.
debut author, what is that one piece of advice you would give to upcoming authors?
Uh, Coming to advices part, I think I'm not that much on par currently to give advices or something. But what I can tell them is trust your work and keep moving. Like there might be so many publishers who can reject your work, but what I tell them is keep trust on your work and keep trust to yourself, and then keep moving forward. One day or one fine morning, someone or the great publisher may pick that book and they can give you the right platform. So
Correct.
I just keep moving and trust your work. You can improve every day, every minute. You can write maybe you can write wrong, but you can improve. Just keep writing. At least write something wrong so that you can improve in the future.
Yes, so that's very good advice. And one my last question is that one moment from while writing the book or after publication of the book, which stands out from all other memories associated with this book.
So let me go back a bit and say that on the day of cover launch, there was this author who I look up to texted me wishing me the good luck. So she was Savi Sharma, from whom I got these wishes, and I'm glad for that. I was so overwhelmed looking at that message from her, and after that, there was one of the best moments I had was a different, genuine kind of reviews. Like people were writing saying that they are looking for something more, and they are looking for the characterizations more. I'm gonna improve on that as well.
That's great. Getting a message from an established author for well wishing you well for the book. That's a great memory, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. So now I leave the floor to you. If you have any questions about my book that you would like to tell.
Yeah, coming to the art of being grateful, first of all, I would like to uh, congratulate, or I would like to send my best wishes to Kushi Chauhan, who designed the most of your short stories, cover designs for you. My all the best to her, or good luck to her. And coming to the second part, out of eight short stories in your book, why did you choose only the art of being grateful as a title?
Okay, so we were initially not sure about, there was always the idea of one of the stories being the on the cover, correct? That's how any of the short story covers work. So we were shortlisting the covers, and Khushi started making individual covers for each stories, and we had shortlisted on three covers, which is the cover for Self Happiness Above All, As You Please, and this was our third option. Uh, so the general consensus from the people who I was asking opinions from was that the cover of As You Please would look like a cookery book cover. So we had to let go of that. And then we had Self Happiness Above All, which uh, few people said that it would not connect to audience of all ages because it's a very cutesy cover. It would connect to people in the age range of 15 to 25. People in the 30s would not be able to connect that well with the cover of Self Happiness Above All. So that left us with only the third option, which was this cover. We were not when we shortlisted and finalized on that cover, we were not sure which story it would go well with. But looking at that cover, the first thought that comes to your mind is of being grateful for looking at it. It's because it's so pleasing to the eyes. That's how I chose the art of being grateful as the title of the book. So actually the cover came first and the title came later.
Acha, acha. So that's great. The second part I liked in the book was your writing style. Like ये question आया कि मेरे को like I just want to know what is the writing style that you usually follow?
So I generally prefer second person or first person. I use first person when I want to make the story personal and inculcate some of my own experiences into the story. And other than that, I take inspiration from life and the people around me. That's my narrative style. Is, if you have noticed, it's very relatable. It's like somebody is telling you a story from their everyday experience. That's how most of my stories work.
Okay. Jumping into the third one, at the end when I was reading, I read this thing called most of the stories which you have written in this book were rejected. Like, why do you think these were rejected by anyone? Like these are some of the finest stories and some of the beautiful stories that I have read. I just want to know why do you think, what would be the reason for it?
So one reason I think they were rejected is because maybe it did not match what they had in most of the publication houses. They have a plan for an entire year that they want to also focus on particular genre only a certain number of books. So maybe when I submitted, they didn't have a plan to publish a romantic story or publish a thriller story. That's one reason I believe they got rejected. Second reason might be that they didn't see it as a whole. They didn't see the book as a whole. They only saw one story, and maybe what they were looking for was a compilation rather than just one story.
I don't call them as a rejected stories, but not accepted stories. I would accept calling them.
So yeah, that's what I never stopped believing in the stories because I was very sure that there is a readership for it out there somewhere. People are out there who would be able to read and appreciate and like the story. That's how they all came together.
Like any story or any one-liner, it carries the essence of us. Like we cannot tell them, "Arey, ye reject ho gaya." Like we cannot call them.
Yeah.
They carry the essence of us. So this is your sixth book, right? So I want to know what is that advice you want to give for budding writers like me?
So one biggest advice that I have learned is that as I said, one should never stop believing what they have written, irrespective of whether it has previously been accepted or rejected or not read by someone or not, appreciated by someone. There is someone out there who will be able to appreciate it. So don't stop believing in whatever you write. And the second is that you need to become very outgoing about whatever you are writing. You need to take the steps to make it reach more and more people. That's the only way to grow, because unless and until people are reading what you are writing, you will not know whether what you have written is good or bad, and unless you know that, how will you be able to grow and improve?
And like I want to know what do you think is the best way while writing a story? Like, do you think plot would make it better, or the characterization, or the conflicts maybe? What do you think?
Firstly, the plot. You have to be sure what you are trying to convey through your story. And yes, character development is also another important thing. Firstly, plot, but you have to
Mm-hmm.
be, you have to have an outline. Sometimes it happens with me also. When I begin to write, I start to write out something and it turns out to be something else. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
for instance, my story "No Witnesses" in The Art of Being Grateful. It had a completely different ending than what I have given in the book, and that only came to me once I started writing it. Putting the plot line into place, and I realized that what I initially had in mind is not going to give justice to the story that I want to tell the people. So, continue writing, have a plot line, but let the plot line be flexible as and when you're writing.
Okay, okay. So, what do you think was the best moment for you while writing The Art of Being Grateful?
Uh, Actually, some of the stories were written a couple of years back. The Art of Being Grateful
Mm-hmm.
itself, that story I wrote in 2018, end of 2018. Even unlike in the movies, was written in somewhere in 2017. So
Mm-hmm.
most of these stories have different kind of memories attached to them. But the one moment that stands out for me is when a random DM I got on one of my followers on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
They told me that my book gave them hope to live life. They were going through a bad phase in their life, and reading my book, they gave them inspiration to live. And that was like the best moment for me.
Like having said that, I want to tell you that there is one poem which I like the most from The Art of Being Grateful. Like this is it. Having everything or having nothing doesn't matter. Wanting for more never stops. Would you rather grumble about what you don't have, or would you be grateful about what you already have? Like this poem, this is one of the uh, this is one of the finest poems that touched my heart, I would say. Uh, like,
Thank
why do you choose to write a poem at the end of the every story? Like, can I call it a free verse poem?
Sorry.
There was this pattern which you followed. After every story, you have written a poem. Like, was that a free verse poem, or and why do you want to input that?
So actually, the stories, all the 8 stories came first, and when the stories were completed, the whole compilation was becoming, a very short book. Uh, it was around 30 to 35 pages, and I wanted it to be at least 50 pages. I had that vision in mind that I want my book to be at least 50 pages, so that the people who are paying 49 rupees to buy my book, they would not feel cheated. And the 30-35 pages looked very very short to me. So that's how the idea of jotting down a poem at the end of each story, to bring the message of the story home, that's how it came to me. And in the poems came after the story. So the poems were actually inspired by the endings of the story, endings and plot lines of the story.
Yeah. On this note, I would like to wish you a very all the best for your upcoming books.
Thank you.
You're one of the great writers that I've met. This
Thank
is
you.
the first time I'm coming live, and I wish you a very all the best, Manali.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And all the best to you as well. I have read your book and I have enjoyed it. I'm sure you are going to, grow and improve in the coming years. I have anyway enjoyed this. I'm sure I'm going to enjoy your further works even more than I've enjoyed this book of yours. So yeah, and thank you for agreeing to join me today. Today being Independence Day, and people are celebrating. Still, we are here.
Thank you so much for having me on your live. I'm so glad and happy as well. Wish you a very happy Independence Day once again, and
And those of you all who have joined us, again, I would like to remind you all that my book is available for free today and tomorrow. So please go ahead and buy it from Amazon.com or .in. It is available on Amazon worldwide portals for free. And we have already discussed the book so much. I'm sure you are excited to check it out. So please do give it a try.
Yeah, guys, this is one of the best books that you would relate to, and yeah, go buy and read and review.
Yeah, thanks. Bye. Thank you for joining, and thank you to all the viewers also
Thank
for
you so
joining.
much.
Bye. Have a great day.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.